Hey, what's up? It is a very peaceful, beautiful evening here on the East Coast, and I just finished cooking dinner, made some fresh basil pesto, which was epic. I still smell it. And I just wanted to pop in because, something came up in a reflection today that I was sharing with a client, and it's really about having total command of your nervous system. And what that actually means physiologically is, the ability to become so relaxed that you're alert. And it sounds like an oxymoron, but the only way that we can be alert is if we are in a relaxed state inside our nervous system. And most of us these days, especially, it's so easy to find ourselves, in just a chronic anxiety. A friend of mine was just expressing that today, and it was so beautiful. She was so deeply moved by pain, but in a good way, because she was like, when is this anxiety just going to be done? When can the fear just be done? And like, we all feel that, right? And it's biochemical. And the beauty of that is being human means that we have such superpower in being able not to control it, but to command it. And there's a difference. It's understanding that we live in a very complex world, and we're very complex beings. We have, a deep complexity and mystery about us being human. And so it's the ability to integrate and optimize the nervous system so that it works for us most of the time. And even when it isn't, we can recognize it, and we can uptick, and we can reintegrate. We can get rhythmic again. We can get back in harmony. And so having total command of your nervous system is, again, this relaxed and alert state. And it's really because all of your senses are harmonized. So your ability to touch, taste, smell, see, and really just take all of that in, and then be very discerning, right? Be discerning about all of this stimuli. So you're sensitive to all the stimuli around you, and then recognize what's beneficial to you, and then what is perhaps something you get to ignore. And that's discernment. And that comes with being relaxed. And when I say relaxed, I mean that as a physiological state. When you come into a place of relaxation, when your breath is rhythmic and your muscles release their tension, you open up your cellular receptivity. So every single one of your 60 trillion cells has receptor sites on it. And those receptor sites are responsible for taking in this information. And when you're in a state of anxiety, you're constricted, you're contracted, so your blood flow is limited, your lymph flow is limited. You're not circulating in a way that gets those messages to the cells in an appropriate fashion so that you can actually then make really quick decisions that are good for you, for those people that you interact with, and for the planet. So, and I can get off on a whole topic about ignoring the stimuli that isn't beneficial to you versus avoiding the stimuli that isn't beneficial to you, because avoidance is very, very depleting as far as energy. Ignoring is super easy breezy. And but I wanted to just drop in and offer up one thing that I was giving to a client today, and it's just this simple exercise. So you can start to come into a parasympathetic dominant state in many different ways. But one way that I love doing this is first understanding that there's a rhythm and a flow to the ticking of the planet with regard to the cosmos, with regard to, where we're at positioned each minute of each day on the earth. And as humans, we can either tap into the flow of that, or we could try to resist that. But if you think about it, why would you resist the cosmos? Right? That's weird. When you can just flow with it. So allowing that energy to come in means being sensitive to the stimuli that's around you. Oh, I'm noticing that the sun is going down. I'm noticing that it's evening. I'm noticing that there's less light in the day, and I can take that in through my five senses, and I can start to produce melatonin, which will start to calm, relax, and soothe me so that I can get a good night's sleep. It's that easy, right? It's always at our fingertips. And one way that we can start to really practice this is, throughout the day, just being in alignment. And one thing that, we tend to do is we get very clenched in the jaw, right? When we're stressed, there's a clenching here. And so what we can do is we can release that tension. So just being aware and starting to literally throughout the day massage the jawline where you're feeling tender, where you're feeling tension, and just create some blood flow, right? When you touch, using a sense, when you touch an area, you are immediately signifying the circulatory system to send blood to that area. So nourishing blood, right? Nutrient-rich blood to the area, but it also opens up your capillaries, and it opens up and it creates a thinning of the blood in and of itself, which again is a whole other topic. And even just doing this for like 10 seconds to show you, I can feel this sensory soothing taking place, which is just it's a molecular miracle. And I say that to my clients, like, let's create some molecular miracles. We can do this. We have this human power. And why is this important? Because when you are alert and relaxed, you can see everything for what it is and not filtered through the panic. And then you can make a really quick executive decision that's going to benefit you. And as leaders, that's what we're here for. So aligning the jaw. And then the next thing is to simply just set an intention every day to periodically align your cervical spine. That's it. So easy, right? And one of my favorite exercises is just simple neck rolling, which is so funny because in allopathic medicine, they say, never roll your neck this way. But as a physiologist, this is one of our favorite exercises to prescribe. And you go in, circles, clockwise, counterclockwise, to the degree that you feel is comfortable. But what you're doing again is you are actually opening up. There are so many powerful glands here, including your thyroid, and you open this up and you literally give yourself an internal massage that is creating some harmony within your endocrine function so that you're secreting hormones in a way that creates the biochemical experience of being calm. And when you're calm, you're clear. And when you're clear, you can execute and make decisions, right, that benefit you. So last thing I'll offer up, and this is really cool, is creating more creativity by training your optic nerve. And this is like the hardest exercise in the world for me personally. And every time I share it, it is so funny. Stare. I think I was frozen, right? I thought Facebook Live was frozen, but I was just trying to stare. I've been literally practicing this for a long time. And the craving to blink is so intense. But the longer that you can stare, and I mean really stare and let those eyes kind of water up, you're putting a certain amount of pressure on your optic nerve, and that optic nerve is directly tied to your pituitary gland. And your pituitary gland, she's like the queen. She's like the queen bee. She's the governor of all of the other glands. And you're putting pressure on the pituitary secrete, again, in a very harmonious way that allows you to start to feel good. When you stare, and you don't blink. You don't distract yourself. Every time you blink, the old yogic teaching, yogic science is when you blink, 1,000 thoughts pass through you. So blinking is a disruption from your own creativity. So being able to stare for a period of time, it's almost, I say it's like a reset. Like it's an opportunity, just much like a sigh or a yawn. It's like this physiological gap where you can reset the nervous system and get into harmony. So a little neck rolling, a little jaw massage, and a little staring. And you can literally set your parasympathetic rest and relax part of your nervous system into the driver's seat. And then life becomes a beautiful flow rather than a force and fight. And I just wanted to share that out this evening. And I hope you found this helpful. And if you're interested, my dear colleague and good friend, Janae, who's just a super talented musician, we're going to be hosting a workshop on August 7th around overcoming stage fright. And what we say by stage fright is this, we want to speak our voice. We want to share a message. And it's really not even about being able to share a message. It's even just how do we accentuate and punctuate and articulate that message in a way that really lands and resonates for the people that we're trying to serve, so that we can create the kind of change that we want to see in the world. And that really matters right now. And so Janae and I put together this amazing workshop, and we've, pulled together some really wonderful and very powerful metaphysical exercises so that you can really experience a transformation as you move through it. It's not something where you're going to take a lot of notes and try to apply it later. This is experiential, where you're going to actually get this kind of metaphysical shift. And it really is about more of us stepping up to the plate and not just being outspoken for being outspoken's sake, right? It's can this land, can this resonate in a way that lights another human being up to make a change, to make a difference, to make this planet beautiful and interesting? Because isn't that what we all deserve? Just saying. So much love. Peace out. Hope this was helpful. And if you're interested in joining, you can send me or Janae Halstead a message, and we will link up and talk. And we are always here to listen. We want to hear your voice, and we are with open arms ready to listen to it. So much love. Peace out.